A lot of you who have been following us for a long time are probably wondering where these guys are now. First, you guys remember 7'8" Robert Bobrowski, better known as Rob Bob. He first went viral when he was seen dominating 15U in Italy. He garnered the attention of Spire, a prep school in Geneva, Ohio, where he would go to play. Unfortunately, his basketball career was hindered on the court by his lack of muscle bulk, stamina, and agility. He went on to sign with Rochester University, where he is no longer listed on the roster. 6'5", 420-pound Nyquil Alexander went viral in 2015 for guarding Taco Fall in high school. After Taco was dominating his team, they subbed Nyquil in to try to stop him. Now Nyquil, a great defensive tackle and offensive lineman, went to Merced College to play football. He received interest from Miami and Missouri. He ended up making the transfer to Arkansas Pine Bluff, and after his football career ended, he started his own apparel company. Now some people may not know who this is, but this is Sharif Cooper's twin brother Omar. When Sharif was at McEachern, Omar was playing at the Walker School. Unfortunately, he broke his leg and tore his patellar tendon during the 2020 season. But now he's recovered and he's back hooping at Clarendon JUCO College in Texas. Cliff Alexander was one of the most powerful dunkers we have seen to date. Everyone had him ranked top 5 coming out of high school. He committed to Kansas, where he was forced to sit out after an undisclosed NCAA investigation. During his pre-draft workouts, he suffered an injury and went undrafted. He unfortunately never found good footing in the NBA and recently had a stint in the Korean Basketball League. As of the last few months, he signed with a sports agency. We hope he continues to follow his NBA dreams. In 8th grade, Chol Mario left South Sudan to pursue his dreams of playing in the NBA. By 15, he burst onto the scene with a ton of potential. Chol Mario at 7'3" got ranked as high as number 3 in ESPN's 2019 rankings. However, his junior and senior seasons in high school were hampered with injuries. Maryland gave him a shot, but injuries continued to occur. He never gave up on his hoop dreams and transferred to Oregon State, where he is currently listed on the roster. Just recently, he was seen playing for South Sudan on their national team. Yvonne Brab was ranked one of the top players in the 2015 class. He had a dominant high school career at Bishop O'Dowd. He committed to play at the University of California. He played well for 2 seasons and declared for the 2016 NBA Draft. The Memphis Grizzlies selected him 35th overall, and then he had some stints with the Westchester Knicks and the Delaware Bluecoats, last seen in 2021. Now he's giving back to his community and has multiple entrepreneurship ventures. Marcus Lavette had some of the craziest handles we had ever seen. He blew up after his hoop mixtape video his sophomore year got over 8 million views. He went on to commit to play at St. John's. He was averaging 16 points per game his freshman year, but tore his MCL, and instead of coming back to college, he went to play pro. He is currently playing in the Portuguese Basketball League, averaging over 22 points a game. Terence 2K Ferguson had crazy bounce and a smooth jump shot. The McDonald's All-American was ranked number 11 in a loaded 2016 class. After high school, he signed to play with the Adelaide 36ers in Australia, and he was selected 21st overall in the 2017 NBA Draft. After 3 seasons with the Oklahoma City Thunder, he was traded to the New York Knicks, where the Knicks ended up waiving him. Now he is on the G League champion Rio Grande Valley Vipers. Manute Bol's son, Bol Bol, was one of the most intriguing prospects of the last decade. At 7'2", he could shoot from anywhere and defend in the paint. He finished number 4 in the 2018 ranking. He committed to Oregon, where he showed flashes of what could have been before a foot injury ended his season. The Nuggets selected him with the 44th pick overall in the 2019 NBA Draft. He is currently on the Orlando Magic roster with a ton of young talent around him. At 5'7", Trey Jefferson was simply too quick and crafty to be guarded. He played alongside Kevon Looney with the Milwaukee Rebels. Trey went on to Texas Southern, where he averaged 15 points per game his freshman year and led them to the NCAA tournament. His sophomore season, he led the nation in scoring for most of the year, finishing with an impressive 23 points per game. He still hoops, but he's going crazy on the mic under the name FEG Bandman. Isaiah Washington was one of the originators of Jelly Fam. He was named Mr. New York Basketball in 2017 and went on to play at Minnesota. After a couple years, he transferred to Iona to be closer to his family. He ended his collegiate career at Long Beach State, and now he is playing overseas with Loveson 1947 in the Priva A Liga. 2015 Wisconsin Mr. Basketball Henry Ellenson was ranked number 5 in 2015's class. After being a McDonald's All-American, he committed to Marquette. He was selected with the 18th overall pick to the Detroit Pistons, and after 3 seasons with the Pistons, he had stints with the Knicks, the Nets, and the Raptors. Currently, he is playing for Albrudero CAB. Isaiah Briscoe is a New Jersey legend. He finished high school ranked as the top point guard in the 2015 class. He committed to Kentucky, where he played 2 seasons before declaring for the 2017 NBA Draft. He's been getting buckets in the G League with the Iowa Wolves, and recently he pulled up for a hoop session in Philly. Cheikh Diallo had one of the best motors you will find in a high school hooper. McDonald's All-American MVP, ended number 7 in the class of 2015 rankings. He committed to Kansas and after 1 season declared for the 2016 NBA Draft. He began his career with the New Orleans Pelicans and after 2 years went overseas. He came back to the league to play with the Detroit Pistons, and at the beginning of this month, he signed to play in the Puerto Rican Basketball League. Do y'all remember him? Tony Farmer was a 4-star recruit. At 17, Farmer was charged with domestic abuse and kidnapping after he was caught on video. He spent 3 years in prison, but as soon as he got out, he was balling for Lee College. In his sophomore season, he averaged 17 points and 9.5 boards a game. He had a successful stint in where he was last seen playing in the Bolivian Basketball League. Julian Newman's name has rang bells for almost a decade. When he was in 5th grade, he was playing varsity basketball at Downey Christian School. Our boys at Elite Mixtape blew him up from there. He was seen on shows like Conan and others. His plan was to play overseas in the NBL, according to his dad. However, that was a year ago and he still isn't there. But in the meantime, he's out there collecting bags from brands like Manscaped and a show on Overtime called Hello Newman.
I look out the Lawnmower 4.0 by Manscaped to keep your balls clean and also to benefit TCS.
Michi Baldhead Terry put himself on the radar when he went up against LaMelo Ball. As you can see in this clip shot by our guy Ty Kish at MSH-TV, he wasn't backing down from anyone. Michi Terry was offered a scholarship to Cleveland State, but it was taken away due to a coaching change. He did a prep year at DME Academy where he impressed Cleveland State's coach enough to offer again. He is now at Cleveland State where he just finished his sophomore season. Quay Parker played alongside Dennis Smith Jr. back in the day. He was one of the best dunkers high school basketball has ever seen. After becoming a 4-star recruit, he committed to Tennessee. He transferred from the Volunteers to play at Cape Fear Community College in North Carolina. After playing well at Cape Fear, he left there to play at North Carolina A&T. He just finished his senior season where he was averaging over 9 points per game. Jalil Okafor was a great center out of Chicago. He had all the accolades. He won National Player of the Year and was unanimously ranked number 1 in the 2014 class. He attended Duke and won the national championship in his first year. After that season, he went pro. The 76ers selected him with the 3rd overall pick, and after a few bumps in the road and stints with the Nets, Pelicans, and Pistons, he left the league. In February, he signed with the Zhejiang Lions. All the Courtside OG fans remember our guy Malik Newman, the guy who could score from anywhere on the court and would let you know about it. He won 4 5A championships in a row at Callaway. He committed to play for Mississippi State and transferred to Kansas, and after 1 year he declared for the 2018 NBA Draft. He went undrafted and has played a bit overseas, but now he's averaging over 19 points for the Cleveland Charge in the NBA G League. Chase Adams is an absolute mixtape legend. You probably remember him from the Ball is Life video that got over 16 million views. Chase went on to dominate at Orr in Chicago. After that, he took a prep year at Link Academy, and then he ended up playing at Portland University for 2 years before transferring to Salt Lake Community College. Now he's in his first year at Jackson State University. Y'all remember 7th Woods? At 14, he had one of the coldest videos of all time made by Hoop Mixtape. After a great high school career, he committed to North Carolina. Following his junior year at North Carolina, 7th Woods went to South Carolina, but had to sit a year due to transfer rules. He played 1 year at South Carolina, but he wanted a fresh start. Now he attends Morgan State University in Baltimore. Jabari Parker is one of the most accomplished high school basketball players of all time. After dominating for Chicago powerhouse Simeon, he went on to go to Duke. Jabari set the Duke record for freshman scoring average at 19.1 and declared for the NBA Draft. He was selected number 2 to the Milwaukee Bucks. Unfortunately, he tore his ACL his rookie year, and injuries seemed to follow him. He bounced around to a few NBA teams and ended up being released by the Boston Celtics as of January of this year. But he's going to be back, trust me. Emmanuel Mutier is a 6'5" PG from Democratic Republic of the Congo. He attended Prime Prep where he had a lot of success. Mutier was ranked unanimous top 5 by all scouts. He committed to play at SMU and decommitted to sign a $1.2 million deal in China. He was selected with the 7th pick overall by the Denver Nuggets. After a couple seasons, he got traded to the Knicks and had a stint overseas. Most recently, he signed a 10-day contract with the Kings in December. Gemma Gatwich is one of the best high school dunkers in recent memory. He was first seen on a national stage at our Courtside June camp in 2018. He absolutely blew up after this dunk in Vegas. He chose to go pro instead of college. However, he pulled his name from the 2020 draft, but he has been seen in a lot of different pro combines. LiAngelo Ball needs no introduction, but I'll give it to you. He's 1/3 of the Ball brothers. While playing at Chino Hills his senior year, he led California in scoring with almost 34 points per game. He committed to UCLA, where he got into some legal trouble on their trip to China. He and LaMelo Ball played in Lithuania for a year, then a year in the Junior Basketball Association. He's recently been playing for the Greensboro Swarm G League team, where he averages 4.6 points. 7-foot Haiti-born center Skal Labissiere was ranked number 1 in the class of 2015. He committed to play for Kentucky, and Coach Calipari, who compared him to Anthony Davis. Labissiere showed a lot of potential and was selected 28th overall in the 2016 NBA Draft. After a couple seasons with the Sacramento Kings, he got traded to Portland. In March, he signed with the Basketball League in Puerto Rico. Sean Augusto first went viral in 2008. He started appearing on shows like Jay Leno and Ellen. He became a 4-year starter at Garfield High School in Seattle. He went on to play 4 years at Long Island University, and now he's a family man and basketball trainer. Trayvon Duval was one of our favorite hoopers to cover. He was an absolute savage. He could really do it all out there. Duval played along Isaiah Briscoe as a sophomore, where he won a Peach Jam championship. The next year, he led We Are One to an Under Armour Association championship, becoming the first player to win both. He committed to Duke, and following his first year, he declared for the 2018 NBA Draft. After going undrafted, he signed with the Houston Rockets and has been in the G League since. He is currently playing for the Grand Rapids Gold.
But we won, and we champions, and I don't know, but we just lit.